Welcome, friends, to Soft Landing Animal Sanctuary, tucked away in the gentle hills of East Tennessee. This is a place where many things happen exactly as you'd expect them to. So, every morning, the sun comes up, the rooster crows, the goats try to eat things they shouldn't. But it's also a place where several things happen that you absolutely would not expect. And today's story is about one of those things. This is the story of Tina. Tina is a turkey. A very thoughtful and hopeful turkey who also happens to be the only turkey on the farm. Now, Tina had a dream, and it was a very sensible dream. She wanted to be a mum. There was just one small, rather inconvenient detail. Tina didn't have any eggs of her own. This, as you can imagine, presented a bit of a logistical challenge. Life on the farm wasn't always easy for a solo turkey with maternal aspirations. Most of the chickens, for instance, were decidedly unfriendly. This wasn't personal. It's just that they were, well, chickens. They're a busy, clucking, and frankly, self-absorbed bunch. But there was one chicken who was different. Her name was Henrietta. Henrietta wasn't unfriendly. She was just overwhelmed. You see, Henrietta had a problem of her own, and it was the exact opposite of Tina's. Henrietta laid far too many eggs. This sounds impressive, and I suppose in a way it is, until you realize that someone has to sit on all of them. It's a full-time job with no benefits and terrible hours. Henrietta was exhausted. She was a single, working mother buried under an ever-growing pile of responsibility she had literally laid herself. One day, Tina, ever the observer, noticed Henrietta's predicament. And in that moment, a plan began to form in her very sensible turkey brain. Tina cautiously approached Henrietta, not with a grand proposal, but with a quiet, shared understanding of mutual desperation. Henrietta, frazzled and tired of sitting, was surprisingly open to the idea. And so, an unlikely partnership was born. Tina and Henrietta, the turkey and the chicken, decided to co-parent. They took turns. While Henrietta stretched her legs and foraged for a much-needed snack, Tina would carefully settle her large and warm body over the clutch of small, precious eggs. And when Tina needed a break, Henrietta would return, ready to take over. It was a beautiful, practical system, proving that sometimes cooperation isn't just nice, it's the most logical option available. The other chickens watched, confused, but Tina and Henrietta were too busy to care. They'd a job to do. Their teamwork was put to the ultimate test one night. A deep, biting cold settled over the hills, the kind of cold that seeps into your bones and makes the world feel brittle. The air was still and unforgiving. Inside the coop, Henrietta was shivering on the nest, determined to protect her future chicks from the chill. Teeny, watching from nearby, saw her friend struggling. And in that quiet, frozen moment, Tina did something extraordinary. She walked over to the nest, and she didn't just sit on the eggs. She sat on Henrietta. Gently, she lowered her large, feathery frame over the shivering chicken, creating a warm, living blanket. So, there they were. Tina, the turkey, keeping Henrietta, the chicken, warm. While Henrietta kept the eggs warm beneath her. It was a perfect, practical expression of love. It's an act of profound kindness that needed no words. And because the universe occasionally gets things right, especially when compassion is involved, their efforts paid off. One by one, the eggs hatched. A flurry of tiny, peeping chicks emerged, blinking in the new light. And who did they see? Not one, but two mothers. They grew up, trailing behind both Tina and Henrietta, a strange and wonderful little procession. They learned how to scratch 4 worms from a chicken, and how to gobble with impressive dignity from a turkey. They were raised, quite happily, by 2 moms who proved that family isn't always about who you're related to. It's about who shows up, Who keeps you warm on the coldest nights? And who decides to share the incredible, exhausting, and beautiful job of raising you? Thanks for joining us for another story from the sanctuary. It's a funny old world, isn't it? Wheeze. Hope you enjoyed spending a little time with Tina and Henrietta. Do us a favor and hit that like button. And for more stories about unlikely friends and sensible turkeys, be sure to subscribe. We'll see you next time.